Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. NBA Sunday, Easter Sunday. Obviously, I'm the only one in the office here on Saturday night, so I'm just going to go through two games. As far as the last 2 weeks, hasn't been great for me, man. I'm having a great day today, so why don't we start with some good news? I'm having a really nice Saturday here. I almost swept the board in the MLB, and I had Nationals on the money line, which was a really nice hit. And then the NBA tonight, the Grizzlies just shot a meaningless 3 to give me a push on my under at 206. That was such an under. It was a 30-point game. They put all the backups in, and no one was playing defense. They were just playing a pickup game, shooting wide open threes. So I ended up pushing a bet I should have won. Hopefully I get the under in the Bucks-Hawks game. But as a whole, the last 2 weeks, not good. Makes me feel better that I've talked to some other cappers that are going through the same thing. I think the NBA is in a bit of an unpredictable spot right now. Seems like a lot of pros are having some trouble. But whatever, we're not going to quit. We're going to stay at it. So I'm going to go through 2 games in this one. I picked out 2 good ones. Let's go.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
Let's start out with Cleveland on the road in Denver. We got the Nuggets laying 5 points at home. The total sitting at 211.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet. And according to the model, we should see an 8-point Denver win. Final score 113-105 Nuggets. Injuries and inactives, and we'll start with Cleveland. Cavs are in pretty good shape. In comparison to where they were at a couple weeks ago, Donovan Mitchell is back, Max Strus is back, Evan Mobley is back, Caris LeVert is on the report. He's listed as questionable. Same goes for Dean Wade. But as a whole, the Cavs are much healthier than they have been the past few weeks. On the Denver side, we got a big one. Jamal Murray on the report. He's listed as questionable. Betting trends on the Denver side. Nuggets are just 2-5 against the number in their last 7, 4-5 against the spread in their last 9 at home, including 2 straight outright losses. Denver's lost back-to-back games at home here. You don't see that too often. So not great looking trends there for Denver. But good news for Denver, the Cavs trends look just as bad, if not worse. Cleveland just 1-5 against the number in their last 6, 1-4 against the number in their last 5 on the road, including 3 straight outright road losses. Something to point out here in this particular head-to-head matchup, 4 straight overs. So the over has hit in 4 straight meetings between the Cavs and Nuggets. So let's match these 2 teams up on the court. And we'll start with some net efficiency numbers. These are numbers from the last 10 games, and you can see Denver playing a much better brand of basketball than the Cavs are, 9th to 20th in overall efficiency. Denver's got better ratings on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. I will say strength of schedule, slight edge to Cleveland, 12th to 18th, but that's not significant. One thing we have to point out, though, these are numbers from the last 10 games, and as we know, Cleveland hasn't been healthy at all. Donovan Mitchell's only played in 3 of these 10 games. Evan Mobley's only played in 4. Max Strus has only played in 2 of those 10 games. All 3 of those guys are active for this one. So even though on paper it looks like Denver's been much better than Cleveland, and they have, I don't know if we really bank on that. Now, I definitely do have some bad news for Cleveland's offense. They've been extremely 3-point reliant recently. They're actually 3rd and 1st in frequency from the corner 3 and the above the break 3. 47% of Cleveland's shot attempts in the last 10 games have come from beyond the arc. That's a shitload. And the reason that's bad news is Denver's playing excellent defense out there. They're top 10 across the board in the last 10 games against a 3-point shot. That being said, yes, the Nuggets do have elite defensive numbers against a 3-point shot recently, but we just saw the Nuggets at home against Phoenix. Jamal Murray did not play in that game, and the Suns shot the lights out. 16 of 33 from outside. That's 48.5% from deep. So just because Denver has elite-looking numbers against the 3-ball doesn't mean the Cavs can't come in here and shoot. And the fact that Jamal Murray may not play only helps Cleveland's cause more. When we look at the matchup down at the basket on this side, we can see Denver's been more vulnerable down here, playing much better defense on the perimeter than at the basket. And Cleveland hasn't really been attacking the rim. But again, these are numbers from the last 10 games with all those injuries. With Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley on the floor, I think the Cavs should be able to give the Nuggets problems down at the rim. So overall on this side of the court, I know on paper it doesn't look like a great matchup for the Cavs offense, but now that Cleveland's pretty healthy here, and if Jamal Murray doesn't play and Reggie Jackson's going to see a lot of minutes, I actually think there's a few avenues where Cleveland's going to score points in this game. Now we flip it over to the other side, and this is where this handicap gets a little bit tougher here, because on paper, the Nuggets have the huge edge here. Look at these numbers, every single category. But again, these are numbers from the last 10 games, and with all those Cleveland injuries included in these numbers, we know Cleveland can play defense. On the season, they're 6th in overall defensive efficiency and 3rd in defensive effective field goal percentage. We know they can play defense. Just because the numbers from the last 10 games show that they've been struggling defensively with all those injuries, now that the Cavs are healthy, do we handicap Cleveland as a top 5 defense again? Because when they're healthy, they are. It's kind of a tough spot to be in. And again, we have to mention that Jamal Murray might not play in this game, and the Nuggets are a completely different offense without him. Look at the numbers on the season. Denver, 40-14 with Jamal Murray, just 11-9 without him. Points per game down a full 3 points per game. Field goal percentage down, 3-point percentage down. This Nuggets offense is not nearly as good without Jamal Murray. So if Jamal Murray does not play in this game, in my opinion, you've got an overvalued Denver offense against an undervalued Cleveland defense. I think Cleveland should be live in this one and have a good chance of winning outright. I didn't bet it yet, though, because I want to see what Jamal Murray's status is. But even if Jamal Murray's ruled in and this line jumps up to like 6.5, 7, I might still take Cleveland. So I'm on Cleveland. I'm waiting it out. It'll be Cavs or pass for me next game. Dallas at Houston. How could I not do this game? Like, two of the hottest teams in the NBA right here. Now it looks like Houston's laying one. I saw Houston +1 just an hour ago, so that must have just moved. This one's around a pick. Looks like Houston might be slightly favored now. We'll see. It's close to a pick 'em though. Total sitting at 230.5. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we should see a 2-point Houston win. Final score 114-112 Rockets. Injuries and inactives, and we'll start with Dallas, and now I'm seeing why the line flipped. Luka Doncic is now questionable. That was not there an hour ago when I was doing notes before. So looks like Luka Doncic has been added to the injury report, listed as questionable. Josh Green is out for the Mavs as well. On the Houston side, looks like Cam Whitmore is back. He missed a few games, so Whitmore's back. Bad news, though, still no Şengün for the Rockets. Betting trends on the Dallas side look excellent. As I said before, probably the two hottest teams in the NBA. Someone made a joke or made a meme. Ever since they banned Pornhub in Texas, neither of these two teams in Texas has lost a game. I swear, so I don't know if that's even true. I don't even know if they banned Pornhub in Texas. I just thought that was funny. But Dallas, 10-1 against the spread in their last 11, including 6 straight wins. And on the Houston side, 13-2 against the spread in their last 15, including 11 wins in a row. So let's match these two teams up on the court. We'll start with some net efficiency numbers in the last 10 games. As you would imagine, two of the best teams in the league, 2nd to 4th in favor of Dallas. Now, we do have to talk about strength of schedule. And this is kind of the talking point here when it comes to the Rockets' current win streak. Against who? Now, I'm not trying to take any credit away from what Houston's done. They're on fire right now, but they are 29th in strength of schedule in the last 10 games. Dallas is at 19th. Both of these teams also running an extremely fast pace right now. On the season, that would slightly favor Dallas. The Mavs are actually 15-9 against the spread against top 10 in pace, but the Rockets play really great defense against the fast break, so I wouldn't take much away from that. Let's take a look at the matchup for the Mavs offense, and it's a close one on this side. Houston does have the rebounding edge, 12 to 26 in the last 10 games, but Dallas should get trips to the free throw line, 6 to 22nd there, but across the board, these 4 factors here in the last 10 games, this is pretty close. Shot zones on this side of the court, the Rockets have been locked down on the perimeter. Nobody's hitting threes on the Houston Rockets right now. But the thing is, this is not the Dallas Mavericks offense from back in January. Mavs haven't been very three-point reliant at all recently. Just 39% of Dallas shot attempts in the last 10 games have come from 3. It's really not a lot. Since the All-Star break, the Mavs have been doing their damage down at the basket. They're 7th in frequency, 2nd in efficiency down there at the rim in the last 10. And ever since Şengün went down for Houston, look, they're doing a ton of things great. But one thing that has fallen off here for the Rockets is their rim protection. They're 12th and 20th in the last 10 games, and that's against the weakest schedule in the NBA. They're playing some really bad teams, and they're still struggling to protect the basket. I think all signs point to the Mavs eating down low in this one. On the other side of the court, we got the Houston offense, and it's a really even matchup on this side. Houston has the slight edge in rebounding again, slight edge in free throw rate. But it's really tough to give either side the edge here based on these numbers from the last 10 games. Keep in mind, these numbers are going to be skewed a little bit towards Houston because of the strength of schedule. Here's where I'm worried about the Rockets offense, though. So Houston has been launching threes. 34% of the Rockets' shot attempts in the last 10 games have come from above the break. They're launching from out there. The perimeter three-point shot has been a huge reason for the Rockets' win streak they're on. They're taking a ton of them, and they're making a ton of them, but Dallas has been elite defending the three-point shot recently. Top 10 in the NBA across the board against all three-point shooting. And this Houston Rockets team has been shooting these threes against the Jazz twice, the Blazers, the Wizards twice, the Bulls. So seeing a Dallas defense is playing elite defense against the three ball right now, it's going to be a true test. And by the way, we've seen this before. If you remember 2 years ago when the Mavs went to the Western Conference Finals, we were seeing this same thing. Dallas came out after the All-Star break and was playing elite defense against the three-point shot. I mean, that's how they went on a hot streak. They were winning a bunch of games, really similar to this. And a huge reason for that is they were one of the best three-point defenses in the NBA for 2 or 3 straight months. It looks really similar to this. I like the Mavs here. I think they're the better team, and I think Houston's a little bit overvalued based on who they've played. Not trying to take anything away from the Rockets, but I'm going with the Mavs here. I know everyone loves to bet the Rockets at home, right? Gets talked about all the time. The Rockets are so nice at home, but let's not ignore how good the Mavs have been on the road. Yeah, we can talk about how good Houston is at home, but Dallas, 24-12 against the spread on the road, the second most profitable road team in the NBA this year. So I like the Mavs here. I really hope Luka plays. I'm in on Dallas money line at -1.5. I already bet it before I saw the Luka news. Kind of sucks, but hopefully he plays in this one. I'm on Dallas. Unfortunately, because I'm short-staffed tonight, I only have time to go through those two. I will be posting all my bets on the website, though, KyleKirms.com. You can also get our MLB bets on there, Prop Beaver Toast, Scoop, everybody. If you want that, it's right. Just go to KyleKirms.com. You'll see everything. It's pretty easy to navigate. You could also join the Discord there, right on the homepage. No live shows tomorrow, probably, because it's Easter Sunday. I'm not going to ask these guys to go live. So we'll be back on Monday, same time as always. Thanks for watching. Remember to bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.